So Out of Love with You, my first like real song that I wrote. I wrote it in college.
Was
So
that the song that blew up for you on TikTok as well?
it did.
Or
Yeah, that was the one that 3.7 million views or something like that. And it was crazy. Like Megan Trainor followed me and I was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, I
Now
bet.
we're friends on TikTok. But a lot of like that was like the video that got me like any kind of attention really.
Bringing it backwards.
Hello.
Hi, Avery. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh my gosh, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. I'm Adam, and this is all about you and your journey in music. And obviously, we'll talk about the album you just put out.
Yeah. Um, so I just released As Written Volume 2. It
Yeah.
is my second volume of my As Written projects.
Hmm.
Um, it is a personal favorite project to do as well as a fan favorite. Um, it when I first released my like original As Written project, I
Hmm.
didn't know that it would like bring so many new people into my sphere and that it would mean so much to so many people and that they actually wanted it. I originally started doing it because at the time, all of the songs were first introduced on TikTok as just me singing and playing them. Um, so they only knew them in that way. And when I
Yeah. So when
released
you release them, and it's a different, obviously, a
it
bit,
sounds
quite
completely different.
different. Yeah, quite different.
Yeah. So I wanted to give them the versions that they originally like fell in love with. And so that was the whole like idea of the As Written. Um, because also everybody knows that I would post the song immediately after I wrote it. I would write it and then in that same breath, not even getting up from the piano, would take a video and post it. And that's just what I did like basically every day of summer 2020. Um,
Wow.
and so it was very much as written. I just play it exactly how it is. And so then after I released my first CP, I was like, let's give them all these versions and throw on a few new ones so that there's like new music to look forward to. And one of the songs, um, one of the new songs that was on that project called All I Need, the distant song,
Hmm.
ended up now being uh my top streamed song, which is cool. It's not like it doesn't have the most streams, but it gets the most streams daily, and it has for years.
That's
So it's
crazy.
getting there. It will be. It will definitely be. Um, but I was just not expecting that at all. Um, and so this was kind of my follow-up for it. I've released, I think, 3 EPs in between. I did the When
Hmm.
It Ends EP, the Kids Table EP, and the Friction Collection. Um, so I was like, it's time. So now I'm just gonna take like the title tracks from each of those projects and then like a personal favorite, redo those, and then exactly how I, played them on TikTok over the years, and then give them 3 new ones.
I
And that
love
was
that.
the yeah. So
Yeah, the last three on on the record are, yeah, the three new ones, right?
yes, correct.
I love
So
that.
it's very fun. It's a very like low stakes, low pressure um project,
Mhm.
which is really nice to have just
Yeah,
as
I
like a
bet.
take a breath. It's just me and my boyfriend Jordan who do the as writtens. And so it's literally just us in our house for like a year making a project, and then I get to then all the pressure comes next with all the brand new music and the new everything. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's really awesome. I love that you did that, even with the first one, kind of going back to what really started to what build you a fan base, right? Was TikTok in the beginning.
mhm,
Yeah, and then kind of giving
mhm.
that back to your fans and saying, "Hey, I didn't forget about you. I know that you love these versions that I did, just on my camera, on my piano. Let's, release these to the world or record them."
Thank you. Yeah, it's really fun. It's very fun, and people are starting to, um, like, write in their bios, like, their name and then as written next to it, which is a very cool little thing because it's, like, the Taylor's version kind of idea.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Um,
totally. I love
yeah,
that. That's
yeah,
awesome. That's really,
so it's
really
pretty cute.
awesome. So where okay, you were born and raised in what, Philly? Is that what I saw? Or
Yes, yeah,
Pennsylvania? Oh, okay.
Pennsylvania.
Tell me about that.
I am from a town called Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Um, I love it there. I'm totally an East Coast girl. It's pretty crazy actually the amount of people who are from that area or just like kind of the greater Philadelphia area who are in my lane. Um, as well as like people who are now like going there. It's very
Mhm.
interesting. Lots of like huge celebrities are like moving there, which is really strange.
Huh.
Um, like the Hadids live there, and it's actually been confirmed that Taylor Swift just bought a house there yesterday. So
Really?
kind of confused because it's a very small town. But I love it there. It's very the town that I live in, like, the borough, and it's all Victorian houses, and it's very if you know Gilmore Girls, which I'm
Uh-huh.
obsessed with Gilmore Girls, it's very Gilmore Girls-esque. So I
That's
love
cool. I love
um,
Victorian homes. They're so
yes,
awesome.
it's so cool. Um so I grew up there, lived there forever, and then moved to Boston for school. I went to Berklee for a second and
Berkeley.
then transferred to a business school called Suffolk, which is like 15 minutes away, just by train in the city. It's right in the middle of the city. And I got my business degree there. So, but everyone at Berkeley thought I still went to Berkeley, which was great because I just got
Ah,
all the benefits of Berkeley without paying for it, any more than I already did for like a year.
right,
Um,
right.
and then from there, I technically moved back home for a second, and then now I'm in LA.
Oh,
So
okay, you're
yeah.
in LA now. I wasn't sure if you're in New York, if you stayed on the East Coast. Um,
Yeah.
awesome. So how do you get into music? Do you come from like a musical family, creative household, anything like that?
Everyone is very creative. Nobody does music. Um, Nobody at all, actually. And both of my parents are like businessy people.
Okay.
And but I have two older sisters, and the three of us have all kind of indulged ourselves in different creative paths. So my oldest sister is a creative writer. My middle sister is a photographer and designer, and then I am the musician. So we all kind of share little things.
Yeah. Do you utilize them on any of your like
Mhm.
at least photography would be a big one for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. My sister Reagan, she takes lots of photos for me. She comes to any like shows that are near her and she does all the pictures. Um, she writes poetry, so we actually have a song that we wrote together that's going to be on a future thing. Um,
Rad.
yeah, very cool. So they're we're all very creative, but we don't exactly know why. 'Cause
Okay.
our parents aren't. Everybody loves music. They're all huge music listeners,
Okay,
and they all
fans,
need to
but
have
not
music playing all day, every day, but none of them have really even picked up an instrument. So, I don't
interesting. So
exactly
where
know.
you started piano early though, right? Wasn't that your first
Yes.
instrument?
I
How
started
old are
piano
you?
with, like, a little toy piano. I think I was, like, 5 or 6.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, very little. Um And I was playing songs that I, like, heard, like, that I knew, and I was just, like, playing the melody of them.
Oh my
And my parents
gosh.
were like, "Oh, we should, like, get you a bigger keyboard and, like, sign you up for piano lessons." And then, as soon as I got the bigger keyboard, I, like, came home from school, and I heard at school, I think it was what song was it? It was a Rihanna song. It might have been Umbrella that
S&M?
I
No,
heard.
just kidding.
It might have been Umbrella that I heard at school, and I came home and I played it on the piano, like, in full, and my mom was like, "Honey, like, what is going on? You're 8 years old, and you don't really know how to play piano, like, you're only in a group class." So then I was kind of, like, escalated to just, like, private lessons, and I can't read music very well. I have this, like, fun little thing with my vision where my eyes block out, some, like, letters and numbers and things when I read. So it kinda
Uh-huh.
looks like somebody spilled white out on a page when I read, and so I have to kinda keep going back over and reading.
Yeah, it's
So
like,
it makes, like
is that a form of dyslexia? Because I have a similar
it
thing like
is.
that. Yeah, I
That's
know. It's
what
not just that you just switch letters and numbers around. It's like stuff you could look at a word because I have the same thing. I'll look at a word and it just looks like like I'm like
yeah. It looks
I
like the
don't
things
even know how
aren't
to
even
start
there.
sounding it out. You know what I mean?
Yes. That's what
Yeah.
they said, like, "We're just gonna call it, like, a form of dyslexia," because they literally, like, scanned my brain to make
No
sure that I
way.
didn't have, some kind of, like, tumor or something that was
Yeah,
preventing me
yeah,
from being able to, like, read. Um, so it's actually really funny that you say that, that you yeah, they were like, "We're just gonna call it, like, a form of dyslexia,"
yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what you have. And but because I have that, reading, music is extremely hard because it's just, like, literal black dots on a page. How am I
Right.
supposed to see that at all?
Uh-huh.
So I just do everything by ear. And when I went to music school for a second, it was, like, the hardest brain work I've ever done, ever. Like,
Oh, I
in
bet, especially for
theory
Berkeley, because don't
classes.
you have to, like, sight read and do
You have to
stuff
do
like that?
all of it,
Yeah.
and all of your, like, written exams are, like, writing out the
The
notes and, like,
composition, yeah.
annotating everything, and it's like it was it was, like, the hardest math I've ever done in my life.
No, it
I've never
really is, though. I
had a
mean,
yeah,
music has so much to do with math and numbers and patterns, and it's like
yeah,
yeah, it's
crazy,
wild.
crazy. So I do everything by ear, and then now, like, it works out great because I don't have to take a test on it, so I don't need to look at at the notes.
Right. Well,
Um,
that's what's funny
yeah.
is, like, you when you said you went to Berkeley and then left after a year, no nothing against Berkeley by any means, obviously, it's an incredible school, but, like, I've had a lot of people on this podcast that have went there and they'll either, like they'll achieve kind of what they wanted to do, like, within the first year or 2, and it's like, "Well, why am I gonna keep going? I just signed a record deal. Why do I need to you know,
Yeah.
stay
I
and finish
honestly
this?"
it's just so expensive. I wanted to make the connections and meet people and get to, like, put myself in that space and then live beside that space, was, like, kind of my goal. I knew that I would never be able to afford to actually graduate from that school, but it was the only school I wanted to go to, so I, like, went, and then a year in, I was like, "Okay, well, can't afford to pay, $65,000 a year. So
Sure.
I'm just gonna head on over right down the street to this school that's like an eighth of the price, but I'm gonna keep on living with Berkeley people. My key card still works in the Berkeley buildings and nobody's gonna know. And I even like I
Ah.
told some of my professors about it because they wrote me like the letters of recommendation to go to business school. And they were like, you're hacking the Berkeley system. Like, we're not gonna tell anybody, but you're a genius. And I was like, "Mm, I know
Yeah, they're like, "You're getting all the perks and meeting all the people and
all the
doing all
perks
the
of Berkeley
things."
without
Yeah, and using
paying
all
for
the
it."
yeah, and just going to and getting a degree, but
Yeah,
elsewhere, right?
but elsewhere for so much less, it's actually crazy. So
That's awesome.
it worked out great. It worked out really
Very,
well.
very
But
but,
yeah.
would you say do you have, like, perfect pitch or you can just know you can just kinda hear, like, when you go home, you to play Umbrella or whatever, to come home
I
and be able
just
to
like
go, like, "I know this is the right note,"
yeah.
not maybe you have the right progression, but you're not in the right key, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's probably not in the right key. I have relative pitch, so I get within, like, a note, like, on either side, so I really could, like, know for a fact that it's, like, say it's A, but because I know I have relative, I should probably say it's B, and I would get it right, or it could be G, so you know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you're
I'm, like,
saying.
1 to, like, 1.5, like, another half step away. I
Got
haven't,
it.
like, tested it in a long time, but it's it's all, like, kind of pointless when you're not, like, in music school, like, nobody thinks it's cool, like, there's no reason to use it. So,
Right.
and it's like
It is
having
cool, though,
relative
I
is the
mean
most pointless thing ever, like, "Ooh, I can get it really close, but
right, but it's
not
not the same
right
note.
now." Yeah. So I just, like, play by ear. So, like, I know what the song sounds like, and I can play the song. It just might not be in the exact original key. Like, it'll just
Tuning or yeah, I got
however
it.
it is. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay. That's awesome though. That's really awesome.
Mhm.
So you obviously your parents see that you have this gift with music, and then you said that you got put in private lessons and kind of accelerated out of this group thing where you're probably just learning chopsticks or whatever.
Yes.
And then do you continue on with piano? Like, do you love it, or does it become a
Oh,
point where
yeah.
you're like, I don't know if I still enjoy, I don't know. Maybe you get
I
burned
did
out if you're
piano
that young.
lessons, I think, till I was, like, 18. I did
Wow.
yeah, I did lessons all the way until I went to college. My vocal lessons stopped really being vocal lessons, like, I never really had true vocal training. My lessons kind of were mainly around songwriting
Oh,
and
that's
song
cool.
structure and just kinda, like, making songs, just in general, which I got way more out of, I think, than I would've like, obviously, in my career, I got way more out of
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
that than I
100%.
did,
Yeah.
um, like, the vocal lesson part, but I definitely like, I have a very small voice, and that's because I was never trained to be any more than that small voice, so that's kind of all I got, but I it's actually really funny, the receptionist at my school, like, my singing music school, um, I write with her every other week. She's on, like, every single song of mine. Her name's Nisha Grace. She was the receptionist there, and at the
Wow.
time, like, when I was, like, 17, like, starting 16, she started working there, and my vocal teacher was kind of, uh, juggling a lot, so she wasn't super present in the lesson, so I would just kinda go and she would just, like, be there, but, like, not actually part of it. So then Nisha would come into the room and it would just be us, and we would write. And then when I went to college, we would still write, and then, I started posting my things on TikTok, and one of them, like, blew up, and I was like, "I gotta release this, and will you help me finish it?" And she did, and then ever since then, so it's been, like, probably, like, 8 years of us writing, and we have
Wow.
sessions every other Monday, and that's where she's the only other writer I work I've, like, written a song with, like, 1 or 2 other writers technically in my life, but, like, I don't really. I write everything by myself or with the people the closest to me. So Nisha, Jordan, my boyfriend/producer, um, or my sister. It's very,
No,
like,
that's
tight-knit.
cool though. That yeah,
Yeah.
very, very
Yeah.
wow. Okay, so you started writing songs together with her when you were still in high school then?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you end up putting out any of those songs, or you just kind of just did them, or did you
No, I just kinda did them. I just, like, had them, I was just kinda learning. I wrote a lot of songs about basically nothing, like, they were completely meaningless. I was a kid, so, like,
yeah.
I didn't know anything yet. Um, and it took a lot of time and practice and, like, life experience when I went to college to, like, "Oh, this is, like these are real relationships, and these are real, like, friendships, and this is real life." Like, "Wow, I'm on my own, I'm growing up," all that stuff.
Mhm.
So I finally woke up from, like, being a kid, and then that's when my song started to, like, elevate. So Out of Love with You, my first, like it was actually my first song that I wrote. Um, my first, like, real song that I wrote. I wrote it in college, and while I was still at Berklee, so my first year. And I didn't even end up releasing it until 2020. So that was 2018 or 2019.
Wow. Was
So
that the song that blew up for you on TikTok as well?
it did.
Or
Yeah, that was the one that it got like 3.7 million views or something like that. And it was crazy. Like Megan Trainor followed me and I was like, "Oh my God."
yeah,
And
I
now
bet.
we're friends on TikTok. But a lot of like that was like the video that got me like any kind of attention really.
Okay.
And so then when I released that song, it did really well. And I was
Right,
like, "That's
right.
crazy because I wrote this so long ago, but sure, like I'll take it." Um, But
Well,
yeah.
tell me about that, because I mean, you had songs out before that one, obviously, and it's not like
Yeah.
they didn't do anything. I mean, I'm
Oh, yeah,
pretty
no,
sure if
they did.
you did too, is like, millions of streams.
Yeah, no, that did great. Yeah, they all did great. I was shocked. I got really, really lucky, to be honest. I just got really lucky. Like, the songs are good for sure, but
Oh, they're really good.
I think
Yeah.
my songs now are better, obviously, because I was 20 or 21, then. So, like, obviously, I think my songs are better at the at this current time, but TikTok is not what it is anymore. So it used to be super helpful, um, and I was just kind of in everybody's faces for, like, a whole year. I was, like, every single video got at, like, a minimum 300,000 views.
That's so cool.
Crazy, crazy. I, like, didn't know what it was like. Like, I thought if a video got 20,000 likes, they didn't actually like that song. That's the way that my brain worked, because
Well, that's
that's
just because you keep seeing, obviously, you don't, as a creative person, and, you get this song and it does well, and then the next one does well. It's like you're gonna keep raising the bar. It's not
yeah,
like it's okay, well, now every song that I does anything, I'm gonna be happy about, you're
yeah,
gonna try to
it's so
get
different.
4,000,000, 5,000,000, you know what I mean? Like,
Uh-huh.
it's not just, "Oh, it's, 20,000, it's 20,000, that's a lot," but that's what
20,000
you
if I
should
got
look at it, but
20,000 likes, I would be like, "Oh my
yeah,
god." Like, now I would be like, "Oh, wow, like, that video did great." Because
right.
it's so different. TikTok, like, was so nice to everybody for, like, a year,
Uh,
and then
or
it's
there was just the
over.
algorithm was just actually more real, right? It was
Yeah,
more like, if you get on the For You page, enough people care,
yeah, then it'll
then
keep on going, and
keep
it was
going.
amazing, and, like, I just wish it would go back to that just for a second, or just for some of us. Like, j because, like, I share the same feelings with all of my peers, where
Right?
we're all just so tired and we miss it, because 'cause we're like, we don't even reach our own followers anymore on that app. It's just
You don't
so
own any of
fun.
them, probably.
No, 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 absolutely not.
Yeah, I had a
The
band on
mo
one time, like, even during the pandemic, like, I don't wanna throw them under the bus, but yeah, they have a couple at the time. They probably have way more now, but they had, like, a couple 100,000 followers on Instagram, and then the one guy was going off, he's like, "Yeah, and then we get, like, 1,800 likes on something, and I know, you know, all 200,000 people didn't just scroll past the thing,"
yeah,
and it's
like,
like, "Well,
that's not
yeah, it
how yeah, but
doesn't."
that's just everything got harder. TikTok got harder, Instagram got harder. Your people just don't see you anymore, and things don't convert anymore. It's really weird. It's a very weird space. Things I'm hoping that that means that something's going to change soon, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm old, and I've seen all of these platforms kind of come and go, and they usually run in a cycle, obviously of about
Yeah.
10 years. And then it's like when the corporations start getting a hold of it and
Yeah.
promoting it on, like, follow us on TikTok, like, McDonald's or whatever, then
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah, it's over. It's long gone. It's been
So
that's
the
what
next thing, now
MTV
you just
for the
gotta
next
wait and see
thing.
what the next thing is gonna be, and who knows what it is.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
TikTok, that's what it just happens like that, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
saw it with Instagram. I'm like, I remember when Facebook, when I saw the first commercial and someone's like, "Follow us on Facebook." I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Yeah. No, 'cause it's just weird. It's super weird. It's super weird, but it is, like, it being as tricky as it is technically, like, weeding out some of the, like, oversaturation a little bit.
Mhm.
Because, like, not everybody can just, like, keep on going. It's hard. Like, and I've seen a
Right.
lot of my peers stop. Be like, "I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna do what I was planning on doing before I went viral on TikTok."
100%, because that's
Yeah.
a lot of it, right? It's like the people that stick around are the ones that keep going regardless. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say, like, you could stop today and maybe tomorrow was the day that it was going to happen or whatever. But you know what
Exactly,
I
and it's
mean? You
like,
never know.
you never know. You really never know, and it's it's so hard, but I know for a fact that I would always be doing it even if it wasn't my job. So I might as well just make it my job.
Yeah,
So I
like
just
that.
keep on going.
Yeah. So, okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, well, so once you get that, what was, like, having that first moment on TikTok, was that with, the "Outta Love" song? "Outta
My
Love with You"?
first, like, actual moment was with I would say it was with my first song, "I Put You First and You Did Too." I
Okay.
posted, like, a little video with the song playing, and it got, like, 1.1 million views, and I was like, "What the heck is going on?"
Yeah.
So
Like, when that happens and this is your first thing that happened like that, like,
mhm.
what is that day like? Like, what is
Oh
the
my god.
I
I
mean, is it
was
just like a slot machine? Like, you're just going back to it and, like,
yes.
refresh, refresh, refresh,
Refresh,
refresh?
refresh, refresh, and every time you refresh, it's going up 10,000 views. And it's
Oh
the
my
craziest,
god.
craziest thing ever. I was with all of my friends. We were sitting in one of my friend's basements, all eating an ice cream cake, just like out of the cake itself. And we were having so much fun. We were playing the song. Everybody was like dancing along to it. We kept refreshing it, being like, oh my God, look at it. Like we had honestly the most fun ever. It was a really fun night. And then I went home. And then when I woke up in the morning, it was at 1 million views. And I was like,
Jeez.
this is crazy. Um, I don't know what it's at now. I haven't gone back to check, but it's pretty crazy.
Right, what a
Um,
rush, right, though? I mean, you're
it
just
was
like, "Oh
insane.
my god," like,
It was insane.
refresh,
It was
"Oh my
actually
another
like the craziest
10,000.
thing ever.
What the hell?"
Yeah, and you get
Yeah.
like, all these followers and you're like, "Am I
It
famous now?"
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you're,
just like
like,
plus
freaking out.
99 or whatever on the corner, like,
Yes,
every time you check it.
every single time, like, you leave it for a second and it just keeps on adding up and adding up and adding up, and then it's 99 plus every, like, 3 minutes.
That's
Just
so wild.
insane. It was so cool. Like, it was such a fun thing to have. Um,
Wow.
so it was really cool.
With those I mean, once that starts happening, obviously, and then you it wasn't a thing where, uh, you didn't have music and you didn't write song, you know what I mean? Like, it was like you'll hear of these stories where somebody will just put a clip up, and then they're like, "Oh, now maybe you had to finish the song," or like, "Oh, I have to finish it now," but it's not like you weren't in practice doing this, right? I mean, it wasn't like
Yeah.
you just threw some thing up and you're like, "We're gonna try to write a song," and then it gets 1,000,000, and then you're like, "Oh, like, what am I supposed to do now?" It's like, you had
Yeah,
already
no,
been
I
doing
just, like
this. You just
I
keep
I
going.
would post the snippet after I wrote it for the most part, and if I didn't fully write it, I'd be like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna write it today, and then I'm gonna get it produced tomorrow, and then we're gonna release it next week." Because that's actually what we did. The producer I was working with at the time, I would send him a song, we would be like, "We're releasing this next week." And we would do a set like, I would write the whole song, I would send him a voice memo of the song, we would get on a Zoom session for, like, 3 hours or something, work on it. He would then take it, do his own production and stuff on his own for, like, a day or 2 while I would go and get the whole rollout ready. So I would go and shoot a whole, like, promo video with all my friends, and then I would go and they would take my cover art and I would edit it and I would do all the things, get the whole rollout ready while the song was being made. And then he would send it back and he would mix and master it in a day, and then he would get it back to me, and then I would put it on DistroKid, and then I just did the immediate release thing, so it would come out whenever. So my first song
Oh,
came out
that's awesome.
Monday. So and I didn't know. I, like, posted it like, "It's out soon," and then the next day it came out, and I was
Like, soon
like,
as
"I think
now.
it's coming out now." Uh, so it was very, like and we just did that every time. So we did it every month,
Wow.
and then, for 2 months, I just did, like, I Put You First, and then I did Holding My Own Hand. Both of them were written and then released within, like, a week and a half, of, like, writing it to, releasing it, and
Mhm.
then my first EP, we did 4 new songs or was it yeah, 4 new songs in the span of, I think, 3 weeks. Because we wanted
Jeez.
to keep, like, meeting it. Because I was like,
Yeah.
"I need, I guess, to keep releasing, I should probably do an EP." And so that's exactly what we did. We did it as fast as we could, and then we released it. So I had, like, a June single, like end of June single, end of July single, and then September 6th or 7th or something, the project came out. None of which were
Wow.
planned at all. And then To Love Someone Else, the title track is my top song.
Yeah, 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 that's a huge
Crazy.
song.
Craziness,
Yeah.
craziness. Wow.
And that was new, right, at the time when you
That
put
was
the EP
brand
out.
new,
Yeah,
yeah. I
which is
posted
wild.
a
It wasn't like
TikTok
a
of it and did
TikTok.
okay.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
yeah,
But it wasn't like it was momentum from TikTok in the beginning where it was like, "Oh, it's got a 3 million views and we gotta get it the song out." It was like
not
no
at
one had even
all.
heard it. You just put it out with the EP.
Yeah. And I wasn't planning on releasing Out of Love with You because it's an interpolation of Alessia Carr's Out of Love, and in order to, like, get an interpolation approved like that, you needed contact with the artist, and I, like, couldn't reach her, so I had to wait till, like, 10 years.
Yeah.
So but then eventually, like, we got that all sorted out, and she's actually a writer on it technically because it's an interpolation, so pretty cool. Very That was really cool because she was, like, my favorite artist in high school.
Oh,
So
rad. And then to be
obsessed
able
with
to,
her.
credit her or whatever, on
Yeah,
the
and
song.
now there's a my song has written by Avery Lynch and Alessia, like, Alessiandra, I don't know what her actual name is.
Yeah.
Um, all the It's so cool, and then whoever she wrote that song with is
That's
also in the credit,
amazing.
so
Yeah.
just cool
Wow.
stuff.
That is so cool.
It's
And
a
then,
crazy year.
and with that though, I mean, like you get I mean, I'm sure once your song is going off and your songs are whatever, and you're getting all these
Mhm.
streams, like that's when people start hitting you up, like managers and record labels, I bet. Is that
Yes.
hard to navigate?
Yes, I was on the phone almost every day with somebody. I talked to all the labels and I told them all that they have no idea if I would be a good investment because I only have 2 songs out or 1 song out.
Wow,
And
you were actually honest to
well,
them.
I was in business school at the time and both my
Oh, that's
parents were.
true.
So I was like, "No, this is actually a horrible business investment. I would never do that. I would never, like, put that in in myself. You don't know
Yeah.
if I'm capable of this. I'm just
Yeah.
like
I
a
think
20-year-old who went
but
viral on TikTok."
they have the never, yeah. I mean, I'm sure obviously. It's like they could just write you off and be like,
Exactly, I
"Whatever."
was like, "I don't wanna do that." And
You're
so when
like
I told them
they're
that,
like,
like,
"Well,
some
you're
of
not
them
really that big of a liability because 'cause we'll just write you off."
yeah, like, "It's fine, like, we'll just shelve you, like, don't
Yeah,
worry."
exactly.
Yeah, so
Don't worry, there's
but
no risk for us. Don't
yeah,
worry.
exactly, and it's really funny because like, I'm currently signed, I've, like, very recently signed, and,
Mhm.
um, my very first record deal, and I am with one of the labels that I talked to then.
That's
Not
cool.
like yeah, it is pretty cool. It wasn't with, like I think it was, like, the London, like, office or something, like, it wasn't exactly with, like, who I'm with, but it was the same company,
Mhm.
um, and it's a pretty small company, so I was like, "That's kinda cool." Like, I was kinda freaking out when they called me in general because they have Lennon Stella, and I'm a huge Lennon Stella fan,
Oh,
um,
okay.
and they still have her, so I'm currently signed to her label, which is very exciting, for me as a fan, um, but it was pretty hectic at that time, had lots of managers that I was, like, having meetings with and things, and I was like, "This is all a little confusing. I'm just home for the summer for COVID and stuff, and,
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah,
don't
because
know
it's
what's going on."
2020 too at this point, right?
Yeah, so it was
You're like,
crazy. It
"Well,
was,
I
like,
don't,
summer of
well,
2020.
how we're gonna put an album out, and then am I touring with artists? Like, what's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on? Like,
it was
nothing's
like, "We
going
gotta
on."
get you on tour, like, immediately," and we almost did, and we couldn't because, it coincided with finals, and I was like, "Guys, I need to make sure that I can get my degree because like, both are a priority. I would totally do the rest of the tour and just not do these, like, 3 dates, but I just can't." Like,
Mhm.
so it was and then the whole tour ended up falling through, which is fine because it was for Clinton Kane, so it's okay that it didn't
Okay.
ultimately work out, in retrospect, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. And
Yeah.
so, like, after that, I mean, yeah, then things open up, and then you're able to probably do shows, and then you just keep releasing music, and,
Yeah.
yes, and how do you just keep how do you keep the momentum up? Are you going out and playing to these fans that you've made on TikTok, or, like, You talked about
Yeah.
how the algorithm obviously changes, but you've built this fan base at this point.
Yeah, so I've built a very close-knit fan base. Um, I a year ago turned my close friends into a just fan space, and it's just been like growing since. And I because I have a lot of like stress posting when other artists can see, like I feel like everybody's judging me. So like I don't want to like I don't know. I'm not comfortable. Like, I'm not a big social media person. I never was in my life. So posting all the time is very out of character for me. And
Mhm.
like, I'm very specific about what I kind of put out there for people to see because it's all the people I went to high school with, and it's all the people who want me to fail that I went to college with, and it's all the other artists that there's like some weird thing where we're all kind of in the same level, so we all wanna take each other's good ideas and that kinda stuff. It's just like, I don't wanna be part of any of it. I literally just wanna post for the fans. That's it. And so my manager was like, "Why don't you just make your close friends into just the fans? You don't even use your close friends. Why don't you just do that?" And I was like, "That's genius." So that's
Wow,
what
that
we
is
did.
genius.
Yeah, that's what we did, and now I have over 2,000 close friends, and they are amazing. Ever since I started doing it, they've become so devoted. They have my back, they comment on everything, they listen to everything, they have fan pages, they send me gifts, like, it's, like, crazy. They're, like, so committed, and they're so kind, and every single day, I just answer all their DMs, and it's just like a big fan club, essentially, of, like, just people being nice to me all day, and it's great.
That is
And
so
it's really
awesome.
helped in, like, being able to actually just reach them and not have to deal with any of, like, the bullshit surrounding. I
Mhm.
just get to, like, "Oh, guys, this is what I did today. Here's this. I wanted to share this with you. I posted this. What do you guys think?" Or, like, wanted to, like, send them, like, track list of the project of As Written before it came out because, like, the track list is a really big deal. It's like, "Oh, what are the songs that are on this As Written that we know? Like,
Yeah,
what
because
are
we
they?"
already know 6 of them are gonna be on there or whatever that we
Yes. So, like,
know,
what
right?
are they? And so I wanted to do it in a fun way, so I made a word search that only, like, they got to do. So they got, like, first access, and they got to, like, do a whole game essentially to figure out what the songs are. And then I've also done, like, puzzles and things with them. Lots of games. We all like games a lot. So I was like,
Games are
"We'll just play
fun. Yeah, that's
puzzles and things."
rad.
Yeah. Um,
That's so cool that to have
it's
that
super fun.
relationship, yeah, with your fans like that. How does
Yeah.
one become a close friend or close fan? They just start commenting a lot or
Well, I invite them. They like, some of them ask if they know people who are in it. I first started inviting people by like, through my broadcast channel, just letting people know.
Uh-huh.
I'm, like, turning my close friends into a space just for fans. Anyone who wants to be in it, just like this post, and I'm gonna add you. And it's just all on the broadcast channel. I got like the first 800 people from that. It took forever to add everybody. And then
I bet, yeah.
and then from there, people started like seeing that message and like letting me know, ran it like they would DM me like, "Hey, can I join?" over time. And then recently I started going through comments and things like people who like show support or who have DM me in the past, and I just invite them. And they're like, "Oh my god, it's really you," like blah blah blah, all this stuff. Very cool things. And then I just add them. So it's become more of like me personally inviting everyone to
That's
join.
awesome. That's so cool.
Um, and I just feel like that would be so cool as like a fan of other artists. If one
Yeah,
of them DM me like, "Hey, do you want to join my close friends?" I'd be like, "Yeah, really?
right? I mean, yeah, I can't even imagine, yeah,
Yeah,
like,
it
your
would be
favorite
so
artist
cool."
is just like, "Hey, wanna join my close" like, yes?
Yeah, because not even just like adding them and they just appear in it and they think they might have been accidentally added. I didn't want to do any of that. So I was like, I'll just invite you and you can let me know if you want to join. And then if
That's
you do,
so
then
rad.
welcome to the family. And then
That's so rad.
yeah, they're really cool. So that's been
Yeah.
how I've been like kind of maintaining and growing an actual fan base when the content itself isn't always getting through. Like this is
Mhm.
kind of my cheat sheet. I'm like just giving it directly to them.
No, that's
Yeah.
brilliant. That is
Yeah,
so brilliant.
my manager
Um,
did. She's smart.
well, so yeah, and you just and the As Written Volume 2 has just came out earlier this month, right? And then
Yes.
so how do you make a decision on the songs? Obviously, you said that you chose the title track to for
Mhm.
Kids Table, for example. Then how do you pick the next one? Is it just one that you means a lot
I
to you? Like, that must be hard to do.
Yeah, I
Like,
honestly I didn't even mean to pick the title tracks. I didn't realize until after the project came out that I picked the title tracks of each of them.
okay.
I would just kind of pick the ones that I wanted to do as written versions of. So, Kids Table specifically, when I wrote it, the demo, I was obsessed with it. It was just piano and it was me and it was a bunch of doubles of my voice and it was very cool. Like it was this like sonically this very cool energy. And then
Mhm.
it changed so much in production. So I was like, this is the song. I knew it since 2022. This is the song that I want to do an as written song, like version of. Um,
Okay.
that ended up being the title track of the project.
Yeah, the project.
Um,
I love
what
the beginning of the as written version where you have, like, the kid there's sound effects in there in the
Oh, yeah,
beginning,
it's
which
a
isn't
home
in the
video of my
original version or the
yeah,
other version.
yeah, that's, like, a new thing that we added in this as kind of like an intro to the project. It's a sound bite from a home video of my birthday when I was 3, my 3rd birthday with, like,
Oh,
my dad.
wow.
So everyone everyone in my family got a thing in it. So the beginning is my dad, my sister Reagan, and then me in the beginning, and then the very end is my sister Mackenzie and my mom.
Oh, okay.
So the whole family got a little sound bite in
Little
it.
shout out,
Really,
yeah.
really fun to put together. They didn't know that that was gonna be a thing, and then I showed them, they're like, "Oh my god, we're in the song." Um,
Very rad.
so that was very cool. Um, and then some of the other songs that I picked, like I picked When It Ends and Friction, not even because they were the title tracks, but because they were duets. And
Oh,
they
okay.
were originally written just by me. So I
Mhm.
was like, I wanna actually show this as written, like, this is, like, the perfect kind of thing to do as written because it's just me. So I did, When It Ends,
Mhm.
and then Friction. I had a whole different verse that I originally wrote before I decided that it would be a duet.
Duet.
So then
Okay.
'cause Gadden's verse is his own. So
Oh, so the
yeah,
yeah, because it's different, obviously, than it when you
yeah,
listen yeah, the lyrically too. So, yeah, you took that his part out and then added the piece you already had in the beginning the first
exactly,
time.
yeah.
Got
And we completely re-record everything. It's all, like, reharmed, like, on the piano, like, everything is honestly different, like, I don't ever wanna keep, like, the piano the same even though some of the songs are on piano, like, I want it to, like, sound and feel different. So, like, lots of the elements are kind of, like, redone,
Mhm.
sort of, but,
Yeah, so it's not like you take the piano piece from the song, if the
yes.
song had a piano in it, you
Mhm.
wouldn't just take that and then re-record vocals and do different
Exactly, like,
it's
it's
like
and everything's
everything's
normally at, like, a
fresh.
different tempo and maybe a different key,
Yeah.
like, it's like a new version of the song in a completely different space is, like, the idea. Um, but so I did the duets, and then I had a personal favorite song that I know is, like, a favorite of my artist peers and my managers, which is obvious. Um, that's my manager's, like, favorite song, and my artist friends were like, "That's my favorite song off of the Kids Stable EP," and it was, like,
Mhm.
so, like, underrated, I feel like. So I was like, I should just do that one for fun. We'll just do it." And it was also, like, we gave it more energy in the real, like, produced version. So we were like, "Let's like, do it exactly as I wrote it."
Right.
And so that's what we did, and
And then
people
yeah,
like
and then
it.
you got yeah, it's awesome, and then the 3 new ones on there,
Mhm.
as well. So,
Yeah, and the
and when
3
you
new
go
ones
into those
kinda
new
stand out.
ones, those are just as written as well, like, obviously, it's
Exactly.
not like it came out and then you went back and did what you did, but it's just like,
It's just
"This is how I
originally
wrote the
as
song,
written.
this is how I wrote the song, and this is" yeah, it didn't
Exactly.
go to a producer, and then they changed some things, and then, it
Exactly.
strips
It's
yeah, it's
just
just the stripped down version of what it
yeah,
was.
and that's all it's gonna live as. Um,
Oh, they will never be produced.
they no, they'll never be, like, any more produced than they already are.
Right,
Um,
yeah, they're produced, but you know what I mean, like, yeah,
yes.
you wouldn't take it to
They're
somebody
never
and have
gonna
them
be any, like, bigger than that. No.
bigger than that. I
This is
love it.
just how it
And with
is.
all the
Yeah.
songs you have, I mean, as you said you have another song you wrote with your sister that hasn't came out yet, like, do you must have more than the 3. Did you know what 3 you're gonna put on when you released, the As Written stuff as far as the new ones go?
Well, so for the I've had those 3 songs at the end of the As Written project kind of laid out for a while.
Mm.
Like, Love You Like That was written 2 years ago, Look What You Did was written a year ago, and Somebody New, I think I also wrote a year ago. So they were kind of, like, far out. So in that amount
Oh.
of time that, like, I did those, I was also writing other things. Like, I wrote Somebody New around the same time that I actually wrote, or at least I wrote the chorus of Somebody New around the same time that I wrote You're Just a Guy, which
Oh,
was
wow.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
I just never finished Somebody New. Um, so I in that amount of time that, like, those were finished and everything was being recorded, I have now written a bunch of songs, so I actually know exactly what I'm releasing next, and I have a whole plan and all of that. I've had so much time to just, like, sit with all of it.
A little
Um,
newer than the, "Alright, we're gonna record this, and then we're gonna put it out next week."
yes, exactly. So it'll we have a lot of time. I've gotten used to having a song wait for, like, a year,
Okay.
which I would never have been able to do, like, 3 years ago. I would've been like, "What? You want me to just, like, hold on to this whole time?"
Uh,
So yeah.
that's amazing. Well, I love what you're doing. I think that the album is cool. It's so cool. I think the concept of is so unique
Thank
and
you.
rad because I love, like, stripped down versions of songs like that, and especially when you go back and you hear what, you know, the song became, like, hearing the evolution of, I wrote this song and then it was, it blew up on TikTok. So then we went and
Mhm.
produced it, and then it sounds different when we put it out. And
Yeah,
then going back and being like, well, let's put out that version of it again. You know what I mean? Like, I just think like the
yeah.
idea of this, what you're doing is so, so cool and so
Thank
unique.
you. I also think, like, the coolest part of it is when I perform it live, it is exactly as that. So, people get to, like, they always say, "Oh my god, it sounds exactly the same." Like, you sound exactly like the recording because it is. That's all it is.
Hmm.
And that's really fun because with what I'm able to do right now and afford and all this stuff, it's just me and the piano when I perform. So being
Hmm.
able to actually, like, play them the song and not leave things out, really besides, like, background vocals is, like,
Right.
that's so fun. Like, I'm really glad that that kind of worked out that way. So, it's a fun
100%.
little bonus.
Love it. Are you doing any shows coming up? You did a hometown show, but that was like a few months ago, right?
Yeah, I did a hometown show, I did an LA headline in on the 31st or the 30th of August, so, a
Hmm.
few weeks ago. Don't have
Yeah.
anything planned out at this point, but always looking to play somewhere.
Love it. Well, I
So,
appreciate your time.
hope
Thank you so much, Avery, for doing this. You are awesome.
thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this was lovely. I really
I
appreciate
have
it.
Oh, no, thank you. I have one more question. I wanna know if you have, but you've been giving advice throughout this entire interview, but, do you have any advice for aspiring artists?
Yes. Okay, wait, let me think. Okay. Um, don't not release the song because it didn't go viral. Always, if you like it, people are gonna like it. Release the song anyway.
Bringing it backwards.